Hello and welcome to another video. Today we'll be discussing the final of Depi Evratesil, the Armenian national selection, which takes place this weekend. I'm here with our honorary Armenian, I think that's fair to say, Riccardo, Barev.
Barev this.
Yeah, so we have 12 finalists. It's a one-shot national selection, which means it's quite hard to predict because none of the songs have none of them have been performed live. For the final, obviously there were no semi-finals, and also it hasn't gotten as much hype as the 2018 edition did because they gave a lot more time for the songs to kind of be out there, and they just gained a lot more traction because there were bigger names in the national final than there are this time. So it has a very different vibe. What are you making of this national final, of what we know so far?
Well, as you say, I was a bit disappointed of not seeing more like popular names. I mean, I know that Hasmik Shiroyan is leaving the US right now, so I wasn't really expecting her to return, but I think, hoping to see her because I think I really like her voice and I really like her music style, and I really think she deserves to be Armenia's representative. But at the same time, I'm happy that I got to know some more artists because I think Armenia, being a small country, has a quite remarkable music scene. So I'm excited to hear some more names. I will say that compared to 2018, I do maybe like the fact that they shortened it to a single night rather than a semi-final. But I really am missing the Armenian element. Like many of this, like 2018, many songs really screamed Armenia. Like, I mean, I'm talking about Ari Ari, like Kami. A lot of the songs really said, like, whenever I hear a song, I really want to hear, okay, this is from this country. And unfortunately, I don't feel like Armenia has done that. And the reason why Armenia has always been one of my Eurovision sweethearts was because they really played that ethnic element. And I feel like they haven't really quite as done that, except maybe from one song, which we're going to go into more detail about, but not quite as much as I would have liked.
Well, I don't actually know which one you're alluding to, so I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Yes, I think part of the problem is that I don't know how many people applied for Depi Evratesil or sent songs in for the 2018 edition, but this time there were only 53 submissions, which is very low.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people were expecting them to go internal again, which I personally would have preferred because I think most of the time it works out for them. I think just because Sabuk had the wrong song picked for her shouldn't be a deterrent from internal selection because obviously the national final format didn't work before. Sevak won with a complete landslide and it still didn't convert into a qualification for them. So I feel like they've kind of lost their way a bit and it's quite hard to see. And if I'm honest, I'm not sure if any of these songs will be able to get them back to that former glory because, like you said, they don't scream Armenia to me.
Mm-mm.
There is one song in my mind that does feel very Armenian, but not in a folk ethnic way, in terms of more stylistically. And that would be Miriam's song because it's vocally it's very powerful. She's got a very raspy, jazzy voice, which I think feels quintessentially from the Caucasus region. And it has a very similar vibe to a lot of the songs in the 2018 edition, like Amalia's song and I think Robert's song as well, that kind of dark, brooding, piano-based song. And it's one of the favorites because Miriam is one of the bigger names because she came second in La Voix, which is the Canadian voice.
Yep.
And we can expect a really powerful vocal from her. What do you think of Miriam?
I agree with you when you say that it reminds you of other songs of 2018. And I don't know if it's just me, but when that runaway part, I really got major flashbacks to Aram MP3 Not Alone. Like also the whole structure of the song, I was like, wait, this sounds a lot like Not Alone. Like this runaway is almost like Not Alone. Also the way it kind of goes up, but never really reaches a climax. But then and then it runs away down again. So I don't know. You're nodding, so I assume you're agreeing with me
I
somewhat.
agree. I think there is a great song in there, but the demo, I say I don't even know if it's the demo. It sounds like a demo. It's not produced in a way that her voice deserves, which I don't think she should be penalized for because it's a live music event. We
Mm-hmm.
can only really know the full power of the song and when it's performed live. This strikes me as a song that will really come alive when performed live. And we had today they randomly drew the names for the running order, and she got ninth, which is a great spot for her. And it's before Vladimir, which is a lot more of a contemporary modern song, so she could stand out. And I think just based on her talent, her name recognition as a kind of a fairly big name in the diaspora, um, and the fact that the song is one of the better ones puts her in the running, at least for a top 4 spot.
Yes.
But there are 3 other big hitters. So Miriam, funny enough, is actually 4th in my Eurovision scoreboard. So people seem to agree that it's up there, but not quite the one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was expecting her to run away, pun the pun, with this. But her song has kind of put me into some doubt. So the other 3 big favourites are Tokyo 9 with Save Me, Vladimir from Junior Eurovision fame with What's Going On Mama, and my personal favourite, Chains on You by Athena Manukian. Out of those 3, which is your favourite?
I have to agree with you. I mean, and I'm not saying this because I know she's like already a bit of a fan favorite. I'm saying because this is the kind of song that I see could actually work well staged, could actually work well at Eurovision more than other song. Because as we just talked about, Miriam is a very good song and a very like pleasant, and she's a well-established artist, so we know she can perform, but I don't really see it staged well. This song, I really could see it be performed well. I hope they do not leave her alone on stage like they did this with Sir Book. Um, but I really like. There's a bit of mystery in the song, which I like. Um, and it does give me some Middle Eastern vibes with the instrumentation. Not quite Armenia as I would like, but still, it gives me some vibes of that region somewhat. And so yeah, I do think that if the staging is done well, she can really go far, and I really can't wait to see what they will do. I know that I don't expect the stage at Depi Evratesil to be very big, so I don't know how it would be if she actually won and went to Eurovision, how they would actually play it out in Rotterdam. So maybe the fact that the stage is so small might be a deterrent for her because she might not be able to show exactly the full potential. Um, but it feels a bit like Nicki Minaj just moved to Yerevan for a holiday. Like it's a good, it's a good song, and it's definitely radio friendly. Speaking of radio friendly, Vlad, also a very radio friendly song, which I really like, and I also really like the fact that he kept the Mama theme, like from Junior Eurovision, from winning with Mama, and then keeping it like that. Um, However, this song, I think the staging, I don't know how I would picture this stage though for some reason. I think it's a very radio friendly song, but like I think they would have to really work hard on to be able to translate for it on stage because I'm a bit concerned about the staging potential of the song.
I
Um,
agree. I think it's a song that you bop to. It has a very tepid beat, and it's really nicely produced, and it's very much a Spotify song that you can kind of
mhm,
have on, and it's inoffensive and kind of catchy and kind of nice,
mhm,
but it's not something you can really elevate live. It sounds like it's going to be really awkward live, whereas I think Athena has a similar kind of risk of being a complete mess, but if she pulls it off, it'll be quite spectacular.
yeah.
My one issue, so to talk about where these favourites are placed in the running order, Athena is actually 6th in the running order out of 12, which isn't great, which I think might have, dare I say, killed her chances, at least from a televote perspective, and that's a big concern because it's not a jury song at all, especially because
Mhm,
there's deliberate auto-tune elements which they're going to have to figure out live, which I think is going to be messy as hell because,
yeah.
as we know, the 2018 national final had some production issues. And look, I know Armenia is not Sweden. They have not got the budget, they haven't got the resources, and I don't expect smaller countries to be forking out loads of money into a national final. They shouldn't have to. That's not how it's about the song. And by comparison, Tokyo 9, Miriam, Vladimir are all condensed in the last 4. So you could argue that that cancels them out, and that Athena being bang in the middle actually makes her stand out because her song is very polished and well produced compared to the other songs in the selection. And the only one giving her run for money in terms of production value would be Tokyo 9, and he's right at the end.
Yeah.
And on that note, my personal opinion is that Save Me is going to be the winner.
Okay.
And that is because it's a very high impact song in a semi-final full of very low impact songs.
Yeah.
It's catchy. I'd say it is well produced, although it is a bit dated in the sense that it sounds very 2015 instead of 2020. Maybe 2017 at push, but there's always room for a revamp, and he can go abroad like many other artists are doing and get it produced professionally once they know that this is their entry. I don't think Armenia would ever send a song without revamping it.
No.
Especially because Sevak got a revamp, and he didn't really need one for Kami. It was kind of fine as it was. So yeah, I think that song is it's contemporary, but not in a way that would put a jury off.
I mean, we're talking a song, like, I really like the instrumentation, first of all. Like, I think the instrumentation is really good, and I mean, maybe with a bit of revamping, if the song actually gets chosen, I think there really be some good potential out there. But I don't know, like, when I listen to the song, I'm like, after I'm done, like, I'm not left really, I want to replay this. So, like, it's, I think it would be a bit of a risk to send that song for Armenia. But, but, like, I feel that these songs, like, I don't think that any of these songs is really safe when you say, like, this is definitely getting them back to the final. But I hope they've learned their mistake from Serbuk, that with the stage. I mean, I hope that now that they actually have a national final, that the person actually likes the song and actually is the right fit for them. I wait to see it live to see if that actually is the case. But I hope they've learned their lesson, and that they're actually going to try to get them back to the final. These 4 songs one of these 4 songs has the potential to get them back to the final. Of course, pending the staging. But I hope to see Armenia back at the final. But I hope also to see them maybe return to more of their ethnic element sometime in the future.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of reactionary moves from the delegation. I think they had a non-qualifier with Sevak with a very Armenian song in Armenian, and they're like, okay, we had to send something completely devoid of any Armenian elements with Sabuk, and then that also backfired, and the national final and entire selection backfired. So after that, what do you do? Back to the drawing board, which is why I'm happy they went back to national final from that perspective.
But I do have to give credit to David and Anushik and the rest of the Armenian delegation, because I mean, they're really taking their job seriously, and they're definitely trying their best to get Armenia back to their golden glory. And maybe they will not be able to do it just yet, but I think if they continue to work hard, then eventually we are going to see an Armenian win, because I think we need to see an Armenian win within the decade.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd love to go to Yerevan. I've never been. I know you have, and you speak very highly of it. I think that they're really getting there. I think after 2008, they were really on a roll, like consecutively doing very well and having really impactful entries. And then ever since, I guess, 2017, it's been a bit of a downward spiral. And I would like to think they peaked with Love Wave, because that's my favourite Eurovision song of all time, but that we're not here to talk about a better just yet. I think plan a better if they don't qualify this year for 2021. Happy to see that happening. I
do think Iveta should go back at some point.
Oh, I think I would live to see that. I would live, and just, I think a lot of fans would live if we saw that happening. But I would get very nervous because I would want her to win or beat Washington 2016.
And it will be hard. It's a very high bar to overcome after.
Oh yeah, 100%. In a word, who do you think is going to win Depi Evratesil? With one name.
If I have to be one name, I know it's not certain. Maybe I'm just going with personal favorites too much, but I'm still going to say it will be Athena who will win.
Athena. Wishful thinking. I am going to say Tokyo 9 has got this in the bag. I think he's going to win by quite some margin. I think Athena is going to do disappointingly poorly because the song. I don't think Armenia are ready to select that kind of song.
Yeah.
That's kind of my hot take. Don't write me letters, Armenian fans or viewers. I think I would love to be proven wrong. I just don't see the jury or the televote voting for it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what we think. Let us know your thoughts on Depi Evratesil, who you think is going to win, who you're rooting for, and be sure to play in round 6 of Eurovision Prediction. And you can win some points. There will be 12 points up for grab for this national final. And follow Eurovision Prediction and ESCXTRA on all social media platforms. And from myself and from Ricky, what is bye in Armenian? I do not know.
I do not know, but I can tell you thank you and Ashnorakalutun.
Very nice. That will do. Okay, bye.
Bye.